Hey guys, what's good? Mike here, Laker Talk. Let's talk Lakers basketball. Been a few days since my last video. Want to catch everybody up on what my thoughts are going on right now with the Lakers. We lose today against the Orlando Magic. Everybody, I'm sure, saw that game. Kind of disappointed in the fact that we lost to Orlando. That was a game that we should have won. But these things happen all the time. It seems like we don't play well on Sunday. We took this game for granted. We play down to our competition. The game started off, it seemed like a blowout, like it was going to be a blowout. I thought, okay, this is an opportunity for us to kind of work on some things, work on our defensive communication. I actually tweeted this out in the first quarter. I said the game's over. The Lakers are going to win. This is our time to kind of work on our execution, defensive communication, and some offensive sets. What did we miss in this entire game? Defensive communication. It seems like our focus was off. We weren't really threatened by Orlando, but we just kind of went through the motions, and they just kept hitting shots after shots and dunking, and a little bit too late. We couldn't catch up, and we lose 104 or 108. Overall, I'm not really tripping. The Lakers are 11-8 right now on the season. In the last 12 games, we won 9. So out of 12, we only lost 3. The last 12, you count go back 12 games. After I think we lost twice, once to Minnesota and some other team, but we won 9 out of 12. We're only 2 games behind first place. The West is really tight. They got like 8 teams, give or take, a 3-game difference for that first place lead right now. The Clippers are in first place. Golden State Nuggets, Memphis, OKC, Portland, Lakers, and New Orleans right now are in the top 8. So we're right there. I'm sure no one's really concerned about this game. We could beat the Orlando Magic if we had to. Like if it was a 7-game series, I'm sure we would take them. But playing Orlando right now, this game, not that we're concerned about the Lakers, but you can see where the Lakers need to improve. And pretty much it comes down to a couple of things in my opinion. And this is going to get to should the Lakers make a drastic move come, trade deadline? I'm gonna give you my opinion. Listen, the Lakers do have to do something, but the fan in me, like the emotional side, says I don't want to trade anybody right now. I don't want to trade Lonzo. I don't want to trade Brandon Ingram. I don't want to trade nobody. I would say we give these guys, and I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know my gut feeling, because we are playing well up into this last game. If we were looking horrible, like that time when Magic was speaking to Luke saying, hey, if we were losing like 5 out of the last 6 and we were losing the teams that we should have won, you would be really cause for concern. But the fact is, we're right there, but there are some things that we need to work on. And, Bradley Beal trade and him being out there, people are talking about, should the Lakers trade some of the young core, package some of the young core pieces for a shooter? Like I said, the emotional side, like the fan in me, I don't want to trade anybody right now. I don't feel we need to make a drastic move. So that might come back to bite me in the butt. But I don't want to make any moves right now. That's just me. And saying that is going against the fact that we do need shooting. One of the things you do see in these type of games is that everything is like one-on-one. I mean, there was some good ball movement early on at the Lakers, but everything was like 85% was at the rim that we were. And sometimes that's a good thing. When you're, especially in crunch time, you want to get a high percentage shot. You want to get close to the rim, high percentage, whatever. If you can dunk it, layup, get closer to, don't continue to take long 3-point shots. But in the flow of a game, shots just wasn't coming easy for us. Like you could see, we don't have the outside shot. We don't have guys running off pin downs or whatever and just coming off screens and, being able to hit easy shots for us to kind of create space, a gap in the score. Like there was a point where we could have easily ran the score up, but lousy with the ball, trying to force things at the rim, turnovers, and they just kept coming down. But in my opinion, they showed a stat. I think we had 53 points at one point, or like it was like 50 points, and 40 of those points were inside the paint area. So it showed that we don't have, and there's not a lot of scoring coming from the outside. And that's one thing we do lack. Secondly, our defensive communication is still a problem, in my opinion. Though we were playing well in spurts in some of these games, and a lot of these teams we were playing are kind of weak teams, right? If you look back at our schedule, it's kind of, we played Utah, hurt Utah, Cleveland, Miami, Orlando. Going back to Portland, Orlando. Portland was good, but Orlando, we should have handled this team. We should have got a win. We should have won by 5 or something like that, 5 or 6 in this team. But you could see when they were scoring or whatever, and when we tried to actually get a stop, our communication was off. We missing assignments, they getting easy layups. It looked easy for them, and it's a problem for us. Yeah, when we want to turn on the defensive end, we really can't. LeBron's not there as going to be going up and contesting shots at the rim. I don't know. Luke running different rotations out there where maybe, I called it out. Lonzo Ball was playing well, in my opinion, for the game, and didn't play the entire fourth, I think. And we missed a lot of defensive assignments down the stretch. And so I don't know. Maybe you can point to some of those rotations that he was leaving in there, though those guys did make a run with Lonzo on the bench. But at the end of the day, defensive breakdown is still a mess, in my opinion. So going into the next several games, we go to Denver on Tuesday, and come back home, play Indiana, Dallas, and then we go to Phoenix before we go to San Antonio. The main thing that we got to work on is our defensive focus and our defensive communication. Like, stop having so many breakdowns when guys coming off pick and rolls, nobody knowing who to pick up, guys getting easy dunks, easy layups, and it's just happening over and over and over and over and over again. Though it's not cause for concern right now. We're 11-8. We're still in a decent spot. But over the next week or two, that's exactly what we need to be working on. And I don't believe trading like Brandon Ingram right now, or trading Lonzo for like a Bradley Beal, or if we were going to go that route, is the answer. I think we would get some scoring out of Bradley Beal, but we would lose that defensive energy or that defensive chemistry right now that we are building. So that's why I say stick with our guys past the trade deadline and beyond, and see how well, make that a focus over the next month, our defensive communication, and see how well we do leading up and through Christmas, and through December. So that's my thoughts right now. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on what you feel right now with the Lakers. Should we make a trade? Should we go drastic, or should we just ride it out with these guys right now and see how we go, and see the chemistry build and play it out for the rest of the year and beyond, through the trade deadline? Or if you think we should make a trade for something, hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for commenting, liking, subscribing. As always, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MikeSportsLA. I'll holla at you guys. Peace. Happy Thanksgiving.